Russia is practically the only one who opposes the so-called collective West in the form of the well-known organization of the North Atlantic Bloc, which is called NATO. After all NATO countries, all of them without exception, are absolutely making every effort, doing everything possible to organize these hostile actions against Russia, to bring, as they think, to their victorious end the war unleashed against Russia, when no one managed to achieve such a strategic final defeat of Russia. Because our, as you rightly said, multinational, united people understand their responsibility to future generations, to our children and grandchildren. There are quite young people sitting here, and you, God forbid, will have grandchildren and so on, future generations. We must think about this. No one needs Russia except us. Only we are able to protect it, strengthen it, and create conditions for its confident development. Everyone is coming to us and uniting their efforts, including intellectual efforts. We must pay tribute to the fact that the level of development of NATO countries is technological, scientific, it is high, it is a highly developed economy. They are trying to achieve a strategic defeat. They tried, and now they understand that it is impossible. This is a task that cannot be solved. They overdid it when they publicly announced it. They were in a hurry. Some even joined NATO to take part in the making of the pie. If there was no pie, I would have shown you all the gestures that they will achieve in this case. They will not achieve anything. We need to be one step ahead. There are many of them, a whole bunch. And we are one united multinational people, one. And we must not just respond to the challenges they pose to us, but be one step ahead. Step by step, not as fast as we would like, but we are still going every day, gradually, we are under control of our territory. This is how it will be. We will achieve this. There should be no doubt here. And we can only give one piece of advice to our enemies. Do not fight Russia. Never try to do this. Let's live in peace and solve all issues through negotiations. But these should be negotiations, not ultimatums to our address, which they have tried to impose on us so far. Not anymore. Now they seem to say, let's negotiate. Yes, we agree to negotiate, but only taking into account our national interests. We will improve our capabilities, develop them, and strengthen them. This is what we will do. We have just talked about Starlink, good technology, low-orbit satellite grouping. It exists, as I have already said. We just need to build on it. Some other things. Now I was talking to scientists and manufacturers. There are some things that the enemy does not have. The enemy does not have many things, but we do, and there will be more and better. As for aircraft-type APCs, we see that the enemy is expanding the use of this military equipment. The main purpose is to solve one problem. The task is to break up Russian society, to cause moral and moral damage to us, to sow confusion among Russian citizens, and to cause economic damage. Nothing will come of it. It is clear that this is a matter for our special consideration. There are several tasks we must solve. The first one is to strengthen the country's air defense system. I will not go into details now. Experts know this. This is done to work at different altitudes with different targets of destruction and so on. We do this and will continue to do so. This is the first thing. The second thing is about the economy. Of course, it causes us damage, but we recover everything quickly. They will not be able to cause us any serious problems. But we, taking into account what they are doing, must respond to them as best we can. We do this, and we will increase our strikes on the enemy's infrastructure in order to repel their desire to attack our civilian facilities. They will not be able to solve the problem of social disintegration or damage to us in the economic sphere. At least this is what they are trying to achieve. We will do this, and we will do it with all the opportunities that we have. They are serious, and they will only increase. When this drone threat is overcome, sometimes, if I'm not mistaken, you can tell me. Sometimes this shooting battle is more or less weakened by the enemy. As far as I understand, they are counting on this wall of drones. In fact, this is one of the most important tasks. This is what your commanders, the Ministry of Defense and other agencies, including civilian agencies, are doing. In addition to this, as we have already said many times, this is what all our experts are doing all over the country. I tried to make sure that the Ministry of Defense did not clamp down on anything, that there was no excessive over-administration, that everything that is valuable should receive support and appropriate financing. And this is what is happening. I would like all this to happen as soon as possible, but there is movement in this direction. This also applies to the State Defense Order. Of course, the most in-demand things are brought in and purchased within the framework of the State Defense Order. This is what we will continue to do. Our Kulabin and the so-called People's Security Council are also working effectively.